Well, hey guys, we're out here in almost 100% humidity, it seems like. So if the screen gets a little foggy here in the next few minutes, you'll know why. It is just horrendous out here. But I wanted to come outside and set the stage for this new product that we're going to go in depth today, break it down. You know, I've been excited about this for a while, ever since I heard Sean talk about it on a podcast months back, right? One of the owners of Trophyline, and you know, they've just made waves in the saddle hunting world ever since they came out and brought the name back out and started just putting out great products for everyone. And you know, it started off with the Mission, which is still one of my favorite platforms. I love this, man. It just gives you the best of both worlds. You can stand, turn around, do whatever you want. They followed that up with a little smaller version, the EDP, the Everyday Platform. Well, now they've come out with the yet third installment of a saddle platform top. This one bolts directly to their double step mini, and it is called the Wingman. I'm real excited about this. It's going to save people time of hanging a stand. It's just putting up another stick really, but it's got a platform built into it. So we're going to break this down, tell you all about it, how much it weighs, all that stuff, go over cost, stats, talk about the angle, do all the stuff that you know we're going to do in this video. But then we're going to go above and beyond. One of the reasons why I was excited about this, I thought when I first saw it, I'm like, man, what a great base for a value packaged one sticking stick. If we could start with this and turn it into a great one sticking stick, this might be the answer for those guys who didn't want to spend $300 for a one sticking stick, right? So we're going to actually show you exactly, follow along as I convert this into a one sticking stick. And then we're going to put it up right up against the UP on the Ultimate One Sticking from from Eastern Woods Outdoors, the flat Monarch on an Ultimate One Stick, my original Ultimate One Stick, and a Shawankar, a revised one that you saw me do a video on not too long ago. So we're going to compare and contrast it and show you, are these worth the $300? Is it good to start with a $189.99 stick and go from there? We'll dive into it all in this video. Stick around. Okay guys, we're back inside with the Wingman from Trophyline. Again, you know, it's a platform built onto a step. So for those guys who just kind of want to have a one and done solution for the top once they get to the top of their climbing apparatus, you know, if it's 2 sticks, 3 sticks, whatever it is, they actually sell this as a part of a package called a climb up bundle. We'll get to that here in a little bit, but you could go ahead and climb one up the tree, slap this on as your last stick. And, you know, whether you buy the climb up bundle or not, you know, that's the purpose of this, is to be your last stick. You can see it's got a 25-degree angle built into it, you know, perfect for, you know, if you want to stand up on it right here, lean. You know, I'm a big fan. I love the Cruiser Seeker platform. I like the angled Monarch. I like the angled Scout. I love those kind of solutions for leaners that the industry has come out with, and this is a really good looking platform. You know, it's cast aluminum on top, manufactured in the United States by Novix, that Trophyline has partnered with for all their endeavors here recently, you know, with the Mission and the EDP. So made in good old Illinois. So if you care about that, it is definitely a made in the USA product. It is 17, let's go over the particulars here. Let's start off with weight. Trophyline advertises at 3.5 pounds. I weighed it numerous times. It came in at 3.4 for me, and that's using the same scale that I've used throughout the history of all the reviews and write-ups and everything that you've seen me do here. So same scale, 3.4 pounds, and that's without a strap. And I weighed that without a strap because I figure if you're really going to buy this, and if you're a serious mobile run and gun hunter, you're probably going to do this rope mod, right? And if you're not familiar with the rope mod on the Trophyline, I've got a video on my channel called converting Trophyline, changing them from Camaros to Corvettes, right? Start at the 313 mark of that video. You'll see how to do rope mods. Walk you through it step by step. But you're probably going to do a rope mod, only add a couple of ounces at best to this. If you do use the strap that is supplied and comes with it, it bumps it up to 3.72 pounds, so 3.7 pounds. So this is 0.3 of a pound, 0.3 of a pound for the strap, but you know, probably not going to use that, in my honest opinion. Now I will, for the video, we're going to take it out in a tree, show you how this handles side pressure. You know, you can see this is brand new. I have not put it on a tree yet. It's one of the few products I haven't put through its paces yet before I start a video, just because I'm so busy with life right now. I just need to go ahead and knock this out and get it done. And realistically, more importantly, I don't want to see how this performs in its current state, although a lot of people will buy it for that. I really want to get to the point of making this into a one sticking stick, right? And we're going to get to that here in a little bit. But let's go ahead and continue going through the specs for this. The length is 17.5 if you go to the top of this little button right here. If you go to the platform, it's 17. So 17.5 overall. The step distance to the top of the platform is 15 inches. At its widest point here, at the widest point of the platform, it's 11 7/8 inches is what I came up with. The depth on the sides, or it's basically kind of square, even though it doesn't look like it. It's 11 7/8 inches from the back to the widest part up here, 11 7/8. If you want to go to the depth in the middle, which is right here, and I kind of basically eyeballed it and started from the back of where it would contact the tree. From there to the front is 6 3/4. So 11 7/8 on the sides, 6 3/4 right there. Okay. Again, we mentioned it's got a 25-degree sloped front here. The depth to the angle on the side, if you want to go from the back of this to where the angle starts sloping, it is 4 7/8. So almost 5 inches to the start of that angle where it goes off on both sides. And then right in the middle, again, if you kind of eyeball it from where it would contact the tree to where that angle starts, that's 3 3/4 inch. Okay, the angle itself at its widest point is 11 3/4 from here to here. At its widest point, 11 3/4. And then on average, because you've got these cutouts here, the geometric shapes allow you to push off and give places to really kind of walk yourself around a tree. On average, that angle gives you 3.5 inches of space here. So that's pretty much it. Oh, one thing I did want to point out, the reason I have these doubles sitting here is to show you that it does, on the back of it, there's a cutout here. It is made and engineered to absolutely sit right on the doubles right there. So if you're worried about will it pack with my current system, yes. In fact, this is what's called the Climate Bundle. Now, obviously, I've added the AmSteel rope mods, right? But if you order the Climate Bundle, you get 4 sticks plus the Trophyline Wingman here. You get all of that for $379.99 plus a hat to throw in for you. So that's $30 off buying just 4 and the Wingman. The Wingman itself, $189.99. So I think that covers everything here. Let's go out and throw it on a tree, show you how it handles side pressure, and walk around it, show you how much foot room I've got with my size 10 boots. And then we'll come back and get to what I'm really excited about, and that's taking this thing and modifying it and comparing it to all the current one sticks that I own and that are already out on the market. That's kind of what I'm really excited about. But let's go put this on a tree first and show you how it does on a tree. Okay guys, we want to take a second and put this on the tree for you, because one of the nifty things about this is Trophyline made it, you know, part of the stick here. It's a really nice concept in the fact that a lot of people, you know, you see it on the forums and on the boards on Facebook and different things like that a lot, that people sometimes struggle with learning how to put a platform on a tree. They can't get it tight, it budges under side pressure. And so what Trophyline did with incorporating this as a one-piece system here is that it made it pretty simple to, you know, basically anyone can put a stick on a tree. People struggle with platforms, but not too many people struggle with putting a stick on the tree. So now what I'm going to do is, as a good safety measure, I'm going to take the time and go ahead and put my tether above my head before I step up. Just practicing good safety measures here. I'm going to go ahead and take time to get it set good. And what I did was I saw just a little bit of space between the step and the tree. So I pulled out on that. Let it sit solidly against the tree. I'm tethered in. I can go ahead and remove my lineman's belt. Now I've got the lineman's belt out of the way. A lot of people ask, what do you do with the tag end here? Here's what I do a lot of times with my tether tag end. I double it up, make a simple overhand knot, run it back through the carabiner, and it doesn't dangle all the way down. That's a lot of times what I do with my tag end. again, as a leaner, that 25-degree angle there, that's, I mean, I think that's about the same angle that Seeker uses. I think it's the same angle that Eastern Woods Outdoors uses on their Ultimate platform. It's a really nice, comfortable angle for a leaner. If you're just going to hang out, be comfortable, watch for deer, very comfortable angle. But there's enough of a flat spot. It's not such a drastic or severe angle because I can't step on it, and it's not usable surface when I step up. Now again, for reference, I have size 10 feet, so a little bit of my heel is going to hang over, or I can kind of duck around the tree a little bit, you know, almost like an attention at a 45-degree angle where you're standing at military attention. Then I'm really super comfortable. It's not going to be a mission or something like that that you can stand and walk all the way around on. It's really more comfortable for a leaner, to be honest with you. I'm leaned out quite a bit. Let me find a sweet spot. That's probably about where I would stay if I was hunting right there. Let me go ahead and back it on out and see. Focus in on that platform there, Gabe. I'm trying not to slip and fall because my boots are wet from walking out here. But you get an idea of how it's standing up to side pressure. I'm actually going to come around behind the tree and push from behind. And I don't really feel any give, even walking all this far away around. It's solid. Okay guys, I can tell you, it's everything you would expect from Trophyline. Super solid, super sturdy, doesn't budge, no flex. For $189.99, I think it hits the mark in value for a stick combined with a platform. I mean, you can't hardly get a platform for less than $189, and then you get the platform and the stick. So anyway, I think in its current state, just like this, it's a winner. A lot of people are going to enjoy this. But, you know, I've got more in store for it. Let's get to it. Okay guys, we're back and I'm excited to get to the part that I've really been looking forward to ever since the release of this stick. Ever since I saw it on a video a long time ago, before it was ever released to the public, I've looked at this and went, man, that is the perfect one-sticking stick, right? Now, as it is, it's a great platform for a saddle hunter. At the top of your climbing method, whatever that may be, if it's 4 other Trophyline sticks, put this up there. It's a great saddle platform on top of a stick, right? But to me, it just screamed one sticking. No additional steps, no additional sticks, nothing else. Just take this, convert this to a one sticking stick, and man, you got it all right here. It's a perfect beginner platform, or a base, I shouldn't say beginner, a perfect base platform to make a great one sticking stick. So let's take a real quick look here, and we're going to go back in time a little bit. We're going to look at Scott Hesserly's 4 pillars of one sticking, because they're going to be real important as we convert this base model into something that's going to rival, you know, what we've been accustomed to in the one sticking world. Something like a Eastern Woods Outdoors Ultimate one stick. This one has the UP on it. We're going to talk about the ones with the Monarchs and the Scouts and things like that. And I've got a Shawun car still. We're going to compare those and see how it fares price-wise by the time we finish up with everything. But first, let's take a look and see what we've got to do to make this a great one-sticking stick.
All right, yes, if there is 4 things, like you're saddle hunting or you're deer hunting, you're anything. I mean, there's always multiple ways to skin a cat.
Yeah.
If you're getting a one stick, there's 4 things that you have to do to make it viable. 1, you gotta have a multi-step aider. Whether it's 2, whether it's 3, pick your freaking poison, it don't matter. 2, you gotta have a Cam Cleat.
Those are so nice.
You have to have it.
They are so nice.
3, you gotta rappel out of the tree.
You got to.
Because one sticking down is the worst. There's nothing that's more worse than one sticking down a tree. And then the last thing you gotta do is you gotta have a really good pull down rope, and I'm not talking paracord. This is Dynaglide. Dano sells this. I don't know. It's hollow braid, 1,000-pound test. It's like what the throwback people use. I don't know, but Even my nephew, he's one sticking. I built him a stick, he ordered all the stuff, had it sent to me, and he didn't order this. About a week into season, he's like, can you send me that link again to Dano to see what that rope was, because it's terrible with paracord. There's no stretch. And if your rope gets stuck, you can wrap it around your stick, or you can grab a stick off the ground, wrap around stick, give it a good tug, and it'll come right out. Assuming you don't have it wrapped around, the gear tie wrapped around the rope. So I've been told.
Yeah.
There it is. You're one sticking next year.
Okay guys, so as Scott explained to us right there, we have to have a cam cleat. It's just it's an inarguable, it's a non-negotiable. You have to have a good cam cleat, right? You have to have a one sticking rope. You can use other things, you know, 8mm or whatever. Luke Nautel makes this currently for Eastern Woods Outdoors. It is called the one stick rope. You can find it on their website. And it's perfect. It's a full bury 3/16, I believe. Last time I talked with Luke, that's what he told me it was. So 3/16 inch full bury, one sticking rope made specifically to go into this cam, right? And then as far as an aider, I chose because I don't have the capacity myself to sew in a sewn-in aider like Eastern Woods Outdoors offers on their Ultimate One Stick. If I had a sewing machine here, possibly could do that. But because I can't sew it into these slots, right? And these slots would be perfect if you have a sewing machine or you have the capability of doing that. I don't have a sewing machine currently, so I went with the Ultimator, and this is just going to slip over that bottom step, and then it's adjustable to whatever dimensions I want. So this is the Ultimator, sold through Eastern Woods Outdoors. And so with these three things, and then I'm going to tie on a 24-inch gear tie at the top to give me something to reach down and grab. And then we get a chance to experiment a little bit and see how we like this. This is a new product out there called the Pack and Play. The guys at Eastern Woods Outdoors were kind enough to make this for me in my beloved Predator Fall Gray. So the two-step aider or whatever you order will roll up and will go into that, and it keeps it from swinging in the breeze if that concerns you at all as a hunter. So anyway, we've got a lot of work. Well, not a lot, a little bit of work to do to convert this into a one sticking stick per Scott's pillars and what it takes to make a great one sticking setup. So let's get to it. Okay guys, the first thing we're going to do is take off the Versa button, and requires an Allen wrench on one side. Hold it to keep it from spinning. Now I've got a set of ratcheting wrenches here that I keep in my shop. Makes this a really simple job. And we've got that out the way. Now, with our cam cleat here, if you try to use the existing button that you just pulled the Versa button from, right, the existing hole that you try to use the Versa button from, it's got a secondary larger hole here, and that is to allow it to stack real well. So that hole right here is what seats real well in, so it stacks on top right there, right? That's the purpose of that secondary hole. Okay. But if you try to use that, let's take one of this put a nut in here, and if we try to go through that, you'll see that that hole is just going to be not in the right position. In fact, you can take the card that cam plate comes on, okay? It has a template there. That's what those two holes represent, is the holes in that cam cleat. If you line up that top one, or that bottom hole right there, and then if you take a pen, like a magic marker or something like that, and you trace that second hole, you get a hole really super close, a drawing really super close to that hole. That's a little too close to comfort for me to retain the structural rigidity and the integrity of this design here. So what I'm going to do is, versus having that cam cleat right there, I'm probably going to move it up a little bit and center the two holes for this cam cleat in between these two holes here, but I still want it to overlap slightly so it covers that bottom hole. That way it looks really nice and neat. And obviously I'll do it on this side over here, but that's where I'll actually affix it. But I want to cover these two holes, but put the two new holes I'm going to drill in between these two, if that makes sense. That way I retain all the structural integrity. I get my two holes I'm going to drill away from these two. I don't want the walls to be too thin between these two holes, is what I'm saying here. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's drill these out and show you exactly what we're talking about. Okay guys, we are back here ready to drill the holes, and I debated on doing this. I was going to do just a hand drill like I've done before in other videos, but I've been wanting to buy a little drill press for a couple other projects I've got going on around the house, and so this was $80 at Harbor Freight. Not a huge extravagant expense, but if you got a good little drill press, you know, this is going to be the very first hole I've drilled with it, but I've wanted one of these for a while, and so let's give her a shot here. It's got a little built-in light. For 80 bucks, you can't hardly go wrong, but let's go ahead and get these two holes drilled here. There we go, guys. We should be able to slap our and the drill. Yep, fits perfect. Okay guys, I just got finished drilling out the two holes, and what I did before I'm going to install the cam cleat, I went ahead and removed the step and the standoff. I slid up the one sticking rope so that it will be above the cam cleat. And the reason I do that, guys, is that once I install the cam cleat, with wear and tear and use, this is going to get a little loose. Even though right now it is perfectly sized. I mean, this thing will stay exactly where you put it. With a little bit of use, it's going to get to where it slides down, and I want it to slide down and catch on top of the cam cleat. And if it's underneath the cam cleat, then it's going to slide all the way down to the stick. I want it up here so it's right there, readily available, and pretty much on par with going around the tree and coming back through the cam cleat. So you can see my holes worked out real well there with the template design. All I've got to do now is slap a couple washers on that were provided with the cam cleat. Again, I bought this cam cleat from Eastern Woods Outdoors. Actually, all these supplies came from Eastern Woods Outdoors as far as converting this into a one sticking stick. And I'm going to insert an Allen wrench. And I can just tighten down. You don't want to over tighten a cam cleat, but you want it very snug. You don't want it to move on you, obviously. So now we've got our cam cleat installed, about a third of the way down. It's probably a little over a third, to be honest with you, but that's okay. As long as it's a third or up a little bit. And then we've got our one sticking rope. It's going to go around the tree, come back through the cam cleat just like that. And I can ease that out. It won't slam shut when I'm actually using them. All we've got to do is put our aider on, take it out of the tree, see how it does. Let's go to a tree and try it out. Okay guys, so here is our Trophyline Wingman one sticking stick modified. So we've got the Ultimator on here. Again, I love how you can kind of bring these slides out and go through there so it will not slip off. I've got these adjusted to two 19-inch steps. It's extremely fully adjustable. Other people have done videos on this, but I am impressed with this product. Again, we've got our cam cleat on, we've got our one stick rope, and then we've got the gear tie up on top. So so what I did is I just threw it around the tree, I set it, and then we're going to climb it real quick and show you that this thing works just as well as about any other one stick out there. So again guys, even converted to a one stick with the cam cleat, just want to show you that it remains just as solid as it was. I can move all around this thing No concerns whatsoever about it giving, shifting. Feel really comfortable. Obviously I got tennis shoes on this time, but it's still just a nice solid offering from Trophyline. Makes a great base for building a one stick. So now we're going to make a move. I always like to start higher than I need to be. Reach down, grab the gear tie. Ease that out. Well, hey guys, let's close it out by looking at how much it costs to do that. What did it take to convert a $189.99 base package stick? What did it take to convert it and put it on equal terms, equal footing with all these other one sticks? And then you're going to have a really good chance to see, are these other one sticks worth it? I mean, are you drastically overpaying for these package deals that you can buy straight off the shelf? I think you're going to be surprised. It actually surprised me a little bit. So you're starting off with the Trophyline Wingman, right? $189.99 base stick. Fantastic value for a platform on top of a stick if you're using it that way. When I took it, what I was interested in was taking that stick and making it into a one sticking stick, right? And I added all this extra stuff to it that you saw me do. Well, you start off with a $189.99 stick, then you put a $36.99 Cam Cleat on it, right? Then a $28 rope, and then we paired it with the two-step Ultimator. That was $36. Add all that together, your total cost to make this stick as it sits here right now, as you saw me climb up on a tree with it, $292.98. $292.98 when you add all that together, okay? Final weight of that came in at 4.18 pounds as a finished stick right here as it sits right now as you see it, 4.18 pounds, $292.98. How does that stack up against what I already had in my arsenal, right? So you take the UP, which is probably the closest out of the bunch that I already owned, the closest factory setup. You've got a big honking platform there. You've got the 25-degree angle, just like the front of the Wingman does. This is probably the closest factory stick that already exists out there, right? This stick is $298.94, $298.94 from Eastern Woods Outdoors. So a lot of people look at this and go, wow, that's expensive. And guess what? It's $6 difference from this stick to that stick. They're within just a hair whisker apart right there. And this stick is 3.64 pounds, so half a pound lighter for this stick. Now, I will tell you, I have all mine on 12-inch. If anyone asks, everyone ever wonders, all my Ultimate sticks are on 12-inch platforms. So it is that's where it's picking up a little bit of a weight savings right here. So 3.64 pounds, $298.94. What about the Monarch? Very similar in design, just a little smaller surface area on top. It still has the angled front. That stick comes in at $297.93, and it weighs 3.08 pounds. So you're starting to drop almost a full pound here, again on a 12-inch platform, right? So 3.08 pounds. And then you've got the Ultimate, the one that I started off with, the Ultimate one stick. That we were actually building this out of parts until Dano offered it as a complete assembled version. And it is $272.93 with just that flat scout, as you see it, $272.93, and it weighed 2.78 pounds. Now, I still got the Shawun car hanging up here because I just weighed it a little bit ago. So the Shawun car, what does it come in at? $277.47. That is because it's a 212 base stick, $212.48 off of the Out on a Limb website. But then I threw on a $36.99 cleat and a $28 one-sticking rope. I think that is a must-have. You have to have that if you're going to make this a legitimate one-sticking stick. So that puts it at a total of $277.47, and it came in at 2.86 pounds. So there you go. There you go, guys. 4 versions of my one sticks, plus the Trophyline Wingman, which is what we kind of wanted to focus on in this review, and show you what it takes to make it into a legitimate one-sticking stick, and how it wraps up against all those other ones. So you be the judge. Yeah, here's my final thoughts. If you bought this and you wanted to put it on a tree as part of your stick platform, everything. $189.99 is a fantastic buy. It's a great value option, right? Hunt with it that way for a while, and then if you decide later on that you want to start one sticking, you've already, that $189 is already invested, it's already spent, it's already bought. Now all you're investing is, $36 for a Cam Cleat, $28 for a rope, and a aider. And you can get them cheaper than the Ultimator. It's just a very nice option. But anyway, you're not investing that much to convert it to a one sticking stick if you've already got it. That's the way to go if you already own it. If you don't already own it and you're looking for a platform to start one sticking with, well, now you're about on equal ground with all these. You just saw that with a price comparison. So anyway, hopefully that helps you guys. We'll see you on the next one down the road. God bless you. Take care.